Hello everybody, how's everybody doing today? Hello Citrus, hello Phantom, hello Spooky, welcome. You finally catch one of these streams? Well, welcome in, glad you can make it. Hello Chrissy, welcome in. Hello Pero, welcome. How's everybody doing today? Whoa, let me get into a comfortable position. This chair fucking sucks. Ah! Okay, hold on. That's good. Okay, this chair sucks, so getting into like a comfortable position with my microphone and my monitor, it sucks. Anyways, hello, we are here. It's almost time. I'm super excited. I am completely spoiler free on this so far. I'm entirely spoiler free. So thank the Lord for that. I'm really excited for this. I'm gonna do I'm doing pretty good. Hold on. I'm gonna pin a message. There we go. Sweet. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I had a long day at work today. It was hot. It's very hot outside. So that made it a little bit more exhausting than I was expecting it to. Because like the past few days have been pretty cold and like overcast and chill, but then I get to work today and it's fucking sweltering. I have to dig some holes and shit. So yeah, but aside from that, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. But I've pretty much my entire day today has been waiting to get home and start playing Genshin because Dainsleif quest. Fucking Dainsleif quest. I'm so excited for this shit. You have no idea. Oh my god, I'm ready for this. I'm so ready to not get answers. Because we all know that's not happening. I'm just excited to be confused is pretty much what is where I'm at right now. I haven't seen anything spoilery at all. Literally the only thing I have seen is somebody tweeting the ending screen of the quest complete screen and saying what the fuck. So that's what I have right now. That's the context I have right now. I have seen literally nothing else. So yeah. Let's see what else. Ooh, so I went to go. Before we get into it, we need to talk about so Sunday. Reason I didn't stream. Watched it multiple times. I'm still confused. Here we go. Okay, this is where these streams are useful. So the reason I didn't stream on Sunday is because I went to go see a movie with my father. It's this really cult following film called It's Such a Beautiful Day. It's an animated film by a dude named Don Hertzfeldt. And going to see that movie in a theater with my father, it was really funny because my dad is not he's not huge into super weird avant-garde stuff, but also I think he really enjoyed it. Walking out of that theater, he was one, very like, what the fuck did I just watch? But two, I think he really enjoyed it. And B, it made me realize that that's gonna be my next video. So keep an eye out for that video. On this very obscure animated film, because there is a lot of shit that I want to talk about, especially considering HSR has got me looking into absurdism, and I'm actually I actually went a couple of days ago to pick up The Stranger by Albert Camus, and I'm gonna go read the Myth of Sisyphus at some point online. So I'm actually looking into like absurdist writings and like the like actual philosophy, and that absurdism can apply really, really well to the central message and like themes of It's Such a Beautiful Day. So we're gonna have a little discussion about absurdism in a new in my next video. So I had to read it a few years ago. I liked it. It's really cool. It is really, really fun. All right, it's not fun. It's depressing as hell, but it's really it's really cool. Like, yeah, it's just a cool book so far. The whole, he has no idea. He just doesn't care about anything. Like, he doesn't know what fucking time it is, what day it is, he doesn't know how old his mom was. Like, what the, like, it's actually kind of neat. But yeah, so that's good. That's the video that's in the works right now. I'm writing that, so. Depressing as hell and equals fun. Exactly, true. A lot of people do not think the same way that we do, Phantom. So, because yeah, I'm the exact same way. Depressing as hell. My favorite books are all depressing as hell. Because like, what do I got? Like, looking at my shelf right now. Yeah, most of the books that I read are depressing as shit, but I love them. Hello, Mal. Welcome. Hello, Talon. Usually, that's how Dane quests work. Real favorite book is Les Mis. Really? Ooh. Okay. I have Les Mis on my shelf. I haven't read it, because I don't have the patience. I do not have the patience. Although, okay, to be fair, my favorite book of all time is not as depressing as some of the other books I've read. Like, As I Lay Dying is not a very depressing novel. It's just, it is actually comedic at times. And it's a kind of a lose faith in humanity sad. Instead of, or it's not sad, it's just these people are assholes kind of thing. I only read it when I became obsessed. Okay, fair enough. That's like a hyperfixation read. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I do have it on my shelf. I also have War and Peace on my shelf. Again, never reading that. I actually have the original French version of Les Mis too on my shelf, which is a really fun thing that I own. But yeah, like a lot of Faulkner's books are depressing as shit. Toni Morrison is depressing as shit. Yeah, dude, I finished reading Red Sorghum by Mo Yan. Holy fuck, that is morbid. Oh my god, it's awful. Oh, it's so bloody. It's a really good book, but holy shit, that is rough. It's not, but like, it's also not depressing because it's so indifferent. Like, that book is so indifferent to everybody fucking dying that it's hard to feel for the characters, because everybody is so goddamn, is like, the narration is so indifferent. It's actually really cool. Like, if you want some really good Chinese literature, Red Sorghum by Mo Yan is really, really good. Never read books. I always lose myself in the sea of words. Audiobooks. Audiobooks are very, very, very good for accessibility in that way. Speaking of audiobooks, I am finishing up reading My Name is Red, because I should have finished, like, I finished like the last couple of hours of that today at work. And then I'm going to read Kim Ji-young, born 1982, because I'm fascinated by the movement that novel started. Korean feminism is insane right now, and I kind of want to figure out a little bit more about that. And then I have what else did I have in here? Oh, I have a fucking East of Eden that I need to listen to. So those are my audiobooks that are like up next for me. But yeah, if you don't like reading, try audiobooks. They are incredible. And if you're in the United States, get a library card and get Libby, and you'll have access to like a really good selection of audiobooks for free. So yeah. There's your tip. Anyways, Genshin Impact. Let's talk about that. What's up with that, right? What's up with Genshin Impact? I need to go to. Oh, never. Okay, I was stupid and didn't do this beforehand, so we're gonna be sitting here for a little bit. Luckily, I had the force. I have an SSD, so this will be at least not really slow. See, there you go. I am not that stupid. You won't be able to hear the game for a bit because I'm stupid and I turned down the music. So we won't be able to hear the game once it launches. But, you know, it's fine. And here we go. Let's do it, baby! I'm so ready. It's been so fucking long since we've seen a goddamn Dainsleif. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Load faster. Anyways, is there any stories that I can tell while we're waiting for this to load? I don't think I got anything. And I got nothing. Let's just get it going. Welcome, first of all. And then, okay, first up, audio. There you go. You can hear the game now. Dialogue all the way up. Claim all, get those Pyro Archon funds. Shut up, Zhongli. I don't care. Bedtime story? Hell yes, baby. Sure. Hello, Chlorond. You are looking cool. Okay, now.
Once there was a Chlor.
Very cool Battle Pass trailer. Got Chlorond on a friend's account. Congratulations. She's looking neat, I guess. Although I do want to do this at some point. But fuck Chlorond. We're doing bedtime story. Okay. Let's see. After listening to a bedtime story that day, all the Hilichurls had a dream. The young soul waved goodbye and the people and sun slept together warmly. Okay. The young soul waved goodbye. To me, that could say Caribert, I guess. Enable. Focused experience mode. Yes, please. Sumeru Adventures Guild. Okay. Any predictions? I got nothing. To be completely honest, I have nothing. I have no idea what I'm expecting. Like, really all I know is we're talking about the Loom of Fate. That's about it. Like, I've got nothing else. Spoilers, sweetie. Okay, sweet. I mean, obviously, I'm going to postulate on a lot of things that are going to be spoilers. I have not been here in a hot second. Holy shit. Prediction, Dainsleif will appear. Watch, that's not even right. that would be the style of these sort of quests. Is like, yeah, Dainsleif's not going to even fucking appear.
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
Okay, sure.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
Never heard that classification. It's like fucking... fucking choked on my teeth. I'm fine. I was about to say, it's like some One Punch Man ass shit. Oh, fuck. That was a mistake. Okay. Whew. I never heard that classification before, but sure, we're happy to take this on. Which Archon do you need us to deal with today?
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting.
It's probably just vague.
All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Death by T? Oh, you have no idea. Oh, that's happened almost multiple times on this stream.
We're the only ones for the job.
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago.
Hello, Hermes. Welcome.
It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts
It's fucking Lumine, isn't it?
In failure, despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers.
Yeah, T has done a lot of damage on the stream over the years, not the least of which is frying my keyboard. So, yeah, if it almost killed me, I would not be surprised. That's just par for the course. Okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah, I know. It was really stupid. It was... I was about to start watching a fucking reveal stream. I just spilled my tea over my keyboard. Okay, yeah, so the missing person is Lumine.
With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
It's definitely our sister, isn't it?
Well, that's us for sure.
I could tell Karina has a new effects chain, or at least a new microphone, or something. Flattery will get you everywhere with Paimon, but I can't guarantee we'll be able to complete it either.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot. If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Who sent in the commission, though?
Okay,
If it's
so
to
what
find
are
our
we looking
sister.
for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
Yeah, if
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing.
okay.
But the
So it's not our
problem
sister.
is, they don't know the missing person's name. They can only provide information about his general appearance.
I thought her voice sounded different. Yeah, it just, she sounds like she has like, sounds like Paimon's voice has a little bit more compression. Like I think they just they added, either Karina got like has a new compression like physically in their studio, or they just like added more in post.
There same village, but they don't even know his name?
Or it's a new mic. I don't know. It could be a new microphone. It sounds more like a compression thing, but who knows?
If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
Or it could be a trick of Erminsul. Bah, there we go.
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere.
That's weird.
It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them. Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out. In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable. The best way to avoid misdirection is to go to the source.
Alright then, let's go! Paimon's starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
It might be a new microphone. I don't know. I'm really now I'm really curious about what the fuck Karina changed about their recording setup. Like that's gonna be the one thing on my mind this entire quest. Fuck Dainsleif, fuck our sister. You know what did Karina do to change the recording setup for them to sound so different? Anyways, Vimara Village. I haven't been here. Isn't this where we started Caribert? No, it's not. Caribert was over here. It was over this way. We've done stuff in Vimara Village, though.
We made it to Vimara Village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy?
That's where you start. That's where we start our Nyaka. Got it.
As Cather made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
I thought her voice sounded a little different. Yeah, well, okay, so Karina's voice is a little bit higher than it was at the start of the game, but then they also kind of lowered it again after Inazuma in Sumeru, so it's kind of sitting where it is now. I actually kind of like where Karina's voice is sitting now for Paimon, but then I think they also got either some new equipment or the post-production like effects changed up a little bit. It sounds like it's new equipment in Karina's studio. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, this is where you start Aranyaka.
Hello there.
Also, to be fair, Hermes,
I do business in this area.
To be fair, Hermes, our missing persons case is a little different because our missing persons is literally like now a god at this point.
Oh, no, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vimara Village.
Ah, so you're here about that then. Ah, you're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us, only to leave soon after with nothing to show for their efforts. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues, but no one has been able to make any headway.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
Okay. Guess you are really sick of answering questions.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions.
Yeah, I do like where they landed with Paimon's voice in English. I really do enjoy it because it's not nearly as grating as it was during Inazuma and early to mid Sumeru, but it's not nearly as like early game in as like Mondstadt Liyue Paimon. Is there anything else you could tell us?
It may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of memories together, you know? We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now. At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
So he's like a fucking mimetic black hole, whoever this person is.
Specifics aside, then, what
Is it
kind of
Dainsleif?
person was he?
That would make a lot of sense, actually. For people to just forget who... It's like Acheron. It's like Acheron at the end of the end of Penacony's fake out.
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand.
It's so weird to hear somebody in this game explained as an age. Just because Hoyo is so averse to giving us concrete ages, hearing the phrase early 20s is so whack.
I chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion. Very interesting guy, that one.
Makes me think more of the silence from Doctor Who. It's like your brain can't hold on to it.
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him.
Silence
wouldn't have issued that commission
will
otherwise.
fall.
There aren't many young people like him nowadays, so genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared one day. I just hope nothing bad happened.
To be fair, I don't think they would describe Dainsleif as in his early 20s. That man is ancient. Like, I don't care what curse bullshit is going on. Somebody's not going to describe that man as in his early 20s.
Could he have just moved away without telling anyone?
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village? There's no way he would have been able to manage that.
Huh. Alright, thanks for the information. We're gonna go ask around some more.
Okay, Dane has old age. Exactly, that too. Like, even if he does have, like, the skin, like, the wrinkle-free skin of a man in his early 20s, he definitely gives off the vibe of a man that has seen some shit. Amadaya. I'm up on the bridge. What's up, dude?
It's that guests I hear.
Yes.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts. Coming all this way for our sake. That's so very kind.
What if it's
of you.
us?
With your help, I trust that young man's case is in good hands.
Well, okay, this is probably very unlikely. However, what if it's us? That would be whack. Very upstanding citizen that is very helpful and nice and kind. It's not, but like that would be a wild twist. Like, what if I was playing Lumine and the pronouns referring to this person as she? That would be so weird.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty.
To be fair, he has. That's why I said he's seen some shit.
I don't think his parents are still living in the village.
Okay, his parents.
But somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others.
That quest really broke you? Which one? I have been broken multiple times, Hermes, by various quests throughout my time streaming this game and HSR. Which quest?
He would often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the village. And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say. As the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities, but he was often the one rising to the occasion.
like what? It's been 4 years? 3 years since we got Bowkeeper Dainsleif. I'm still broken from that shit. Like, come on. Caribert? Okay, true.
Wow.
Yes, I am.
He seems like such a nice and gentle person.
But I'm also still
No
broken
wonder
from
his
fucking
disappearance
Bowkeeper
affected you
Dainsleif.
all so much. But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
Name, address, social security number, last 3 digits on the back of his credit card, you know, those sorts of things.
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No matter how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come. Perhaps my age really has caught up with me this time.
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. We'll figure something out.
Do you want to know what my favorite number is? It's on one of these. Go get your parents and hold it up to the TV. What? Gooby is such a weird fucking show.
Well, Traveler, what do you think?
There's probably more to this case than meets the eye. There is some Erminsul shit going on right now. A lot of things are not adding
I
up.
think so too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something.
I would say it's more like he's someone who only exists in people's memories.
Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with?
Somebody inserted him into Erminsul. There you go. Boom. Somebody was like, I'm gonna make all of these people believe. Just like a little insertion into Erminsul. It's like there was a guy that apparently lived in this village for a bit. I'm not gonna insert like any details about him. Just like a vague couple of data points.
Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only exists in people's memories?
I called it. Okay. I am on the same wavelength with you, Ether. Could it be like what happened with Greater Lord Rukhtavata, like some sort of mass alteration of people's memories? I still forget that we still need to keep that a secret. I completely forgot that that is something that we need to keep on the down low, because that's still something that like only we know, and if we reveal anything about it, that's like the entire security of the world in our hand. I forgot about that.
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right?
Hello?
You're here for the Vimara Village Commission?
We are?
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission. My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vimara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
We'll certainly try our best.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, missing villager? Are there any leads you can give us?
She said world forget me, and Will said I'm on it. Yeah, true. Seriously true.
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
Okay. On it. Why does this take place in Sumeru, is my question. Like, why aren't we in the new nation? Like, why are we back in Sumeru? Well, belongs to Teyvat. I mean, I can neither confirm nor deny that. Caribert quest went crazy. I wasn't super invested in the story until that quest. Yeah. Yeah, Caribert was a really cool, like, hey, wake the fuck up, y'all. Shit's getting interesting. which I'm kind of glad we got that. Like, at the point that we did in the story, it was really useful that we got that. Okay, I want to get this Sealy, but it's in the middle of the... Oh, okay. Won't trigger. So, like, for me, that moment was definitely Boatkeeper Dainsleif of the... Or... Not, yeah, pretty much. Like, I got really, really, really invested in the story after Boatkeeper Dainsleif. Before that, it was kind of a neat sort of thing that I was kind of thinking about. It was more I was obsessed with the gameplay. But then Boatkeeper Dainsleif happened, and that hooked me. I can see how the same thing happened with people with,
Take it. Go on.
Still withering.
You have my approval.
I can see how the same thing happened with Caribert, because it pretty much that pretty much was. It was a very like, hey, we're kind of kicking into a new phase of the story. I got into it because of same, yeah. There we go. The whole Albedo's ties into Conrad, that too. Albedo, my beloved. Still like my first comfort character in this game.
Is this the place? Under this tree?
Caribert was a turning point. It really was. Especially with the, like, not necessarily with, not necessarily with, like, the thing with the, Archon quest, because the Archon quest turning point is probably going to be Natlan. I guess it kind of was actually Fontaine, because, you know, the Hydro Archon seat doesn't exist anymore, so there can never be another Hydro Archon. But like for the secondary story, like the background story, the B plot, which is actually really the A plot, but is treated as a B plot in the storytelling, which is such a fascinating storytelling device that they use for that. For the whole Abyss stuff, that the Caribert really was the turning point, which is so cool.
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much,
But it's on its work.
but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk.
Oof.
Sometimes we would look up
Is
at the clouds
this
in the
this
sky,
dude that
or
nobody remembers
stop to
seriously
feel the
this
wind
woman's
against our
like
skin.
childhood crush or whatever?
We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been.
Telling jokes that no one understands except us two. And we
I
talk
was actually
and
adopted by the people of
take in the
Vimar
view.
village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child.
Aw.
I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
And Konamiya was my turning point. That place over. I guess yes, that makes a lot of sense. And Konamiya was kind of the realization that I guess in Konamiya kind of upturned our understanding of what happened before the game takes place, because like in Konamiya was really the first time we got to look into what happened before everything. Was our first real look into what we're told happened in the past isn't necessarily what happened in the past, or alternatively, the shit that happened in the past gets very heavily censored by Celestia. That was kind of, and Konamiya was kind of our turning point as to the understanding of how history in Teyvat works.
Alone?
Also, check the tree after. Got it. Remind me if I
How
forget.
should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all.
Hold on, I'm doing something. My ADHD is winning right now. Anyways, I'm gonna go get My ADHD is like omega winning. Let me go get a journal off of my bookshelf so I can take notes. I'm not gonna like be thoroughly taking notes and shit. What I am going to be doing is noting down shit that I need to remember. Like check tree after and timestamps for highlights. Yeah, Enko did give us a good foundation. That's a good way of putting it. It gave us a good foundation. It was a really effective world building of, okay, this is a place where we get a lot of information on how the world like censors information.
Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden.
That's what family's for.
Really? You know exactly how I feel?
I used to have someone like that, a family member who I could talk to no matter what. But now I have a lot of friends who understand me and would be happy to hear me out.
Aww. Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well...
What are those two?
I guess you could say that to me.
Wait, I just noticed. I thought that was a backpack or something. What the fuck is happening?
A friend who could really understand me.
What am I seeing, chat? What the fuck? I am very confused. That's really weird. Okay.
No matter what came my way, I knew
there's an Arndara over there. Okay. That was what you were referencing? Okay. I thought there was a backpack or something up there in the tree that you like, that was just a loot thing, but okay.
He was so thoughtful.
There's just an R&R chilling over there.
Patient too. Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me. Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matter.
No, yes, they do.
I just really want to see him again.
You're in love. No.
Wow. You two must have been really close. Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well. Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore.
That's a weird way of phrasing that, I think. They're not here anymore. Either that is an intentionally weirdly translated phrase, or that's just localization being stupid. Because, like, I would have to check the Chinese for this. But, like, there's very specific ways of communicating that people have died, and they're not here anymore is not really a way of saying that. Like, in English, it's they're not with us. In Chinese, you would say, 他们去了, they've gone. But, like, they're not here anymore. No.
I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry.
That's a weird way of phrasing that. That's so weird.
Still not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help.
I'm just a girl in love giving responsible for my actions. Yeah. Can't be responsible for my actions, aka forgetting a dude's name.
The last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together.
That tree looks like a animal head. I'm just now realizing.
Huh. Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk. Just like right now.
That's weird. if you're talking about a specific time, then it's fucking weird. That's very like, okay, that's
Time
strange.
always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Girl, you can't say that. You can't fucking say that. That's weird. I don't like that. Okay.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler?
It was always the same time of day, and time never seemed to pass. Based on what we've learned, this is definitely not a regular missing persons case. What Atosa just told us about time could be the key to unraveling this whole mystery.
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange?
Okay, so I'm gonna keep playing, and I'll pitch ideas. Oh, hello, Abyss Mage. How long has it been since one of those?
This order. Could they be the ones behind all of this?
When was the last time we saw an Abyss Mage be like actually relevant to the story? That feels like that's something that was only like a 1.x kind of thing, and not a we're in 4.6, 4.7. I don't know. Poof.
Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight!
Yay.
Strike a pose.
Wind Strider. Laid bare.
Oh, more of them. Okay.
Everlasting as the moon.
Stabilize.
Overruled.
Hello, Carl. Welcome. The last one got blown up by Klee. Yeah, that tells you how long it's been since the fucking Abyss Mage is relevant.
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up.
We totally lost track of the
If you
Abyss.
hadn't
We
been
did,
here,
kinda.
I'm not sure what I would have done.
I mean, it's because we left Kaya back in Mondstadt.
It was no trouble.
The question we should be asking now is, what the fuck is the Abyss Order doing around here, Atosa?
Now that I think about it, the hilly trolls around Vimara village have been a lot more active lately.
They should have retaken that line.
They seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
Maybe the Abyss Order really is involved.
But how would that have to do with a guy that everybody's forgetting like he's a fucking Silence?
Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara village just in case. If the Abyss Order is plotting something that could spell trouble for the villagers.
The villagers.
Wait a second. The person! It's Dainsleif!
Of fucking course it is. And what did you just do?
Ah, it's you two.
Oh my god, it's so unceremonious, it's perfect. It's so stupidly unceremonious, and it's just like, oh yeah, it's Dainsleif. He just got done like snapping someone out of existence, but it's like, oh yeah, it's you two. Okay. This is so on brand. Hi, Dainsleif. It's a long time no see.
A friend of yours?
Yeah.
Well, I'll leave you all to it then. I should head back to the village and check up on Chief Amadea and the others anyway.
Yep, see you later!
Just out there taking a stroll, just fucking destroying some hilichurls or something.
Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's mission to jump scare us or something?
Oh, I love you, Paimon.
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
That line read was incredible. I love Karina.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose?
We're also on their trail, but I'll admit we ran into them on accident.
No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place.
Thanks for telling me out loud, Dainsleif.
The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or worse, their plan could already be in motion.
It's because I'm Batman.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly trail activity in the area?
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilly trail activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
But because hill trails are so like intrinsically tied to the weird shit happening in Teyvat, it makes a lot of sense that, oh, we're doing weird shit on Teyvat, so hill trails are obviously gonna start being stupid.
Still, the hilly trail activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village, don't you think?
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy.
Did you see the new song cover? I saw Sarah Wiedenhest tweet about it, which is wild, because like, out of all people, that was first on my timeline to announce that, it's fucking Fu Xuan. Well, let's see what let's see what more we can learn for the villagers, and after that, you owe us many answers.
And you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you.
Bitch! I'm calling bullshit on March's VA is in that? Okay, I'm gonna have to watch that. Anyways, bullshit, dude. There is bullshit on that. I call bullshit on that. We have asked so many fucking questions of you, Dainsleif, and you have either dodged the question, disappeared into a fucking portal, or just didn't tell us. No. I'm not taking that shit.
Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk.
Again, bullshit. Something's gonna come up, and you're gonna disappear into a fucking portal again, and then we're gonna not see you for another 2 goddamn years. Oh my god. Oh, this man, y'all. This man, chat. Man dips when we ask a question. Talking, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, welcome back, cheater. Yeah.
Ah, so that was the commission that brought you here to Vimara Village.
I like how it opens on a shot of the moon. Not suspicious at all.
Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear.
I still want the quest to relinquish me from dialogue so I can see what the fuck is in that tree. Who the fuck was in the tree? Why are there 2 kids in the tree? Okay.
It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilly trail activity. And that is certainly not much to go off of.
Well then, about the intel you promised me, bitch.
Right! That mysterious voice he heard in his sister's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
And answers. Don't you hesitate, bitch.
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
Okay. Let's have a discussion about this. Love when this attention. Oh yeah, I love it. Okay, let's have the discussion real fast, real quick, just for a little. Let's talk about it. Okay, so do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you? Personally, no. Yeah, I'm not hiding anything. Answers direct question with another question. That's a classic. I'm hiding shit. Okay, so I personally don't think that Lumine has betrayed us. I think that we do not have the capacity yet. Yeah, she hasn't done anything against Ether. It's not a betrayal to... I don't think it's a betrayal what she's done. Is she being intentionally obtuse with us? Yes. Is she being a little shit? Yeah. Betrayed? Not really. Betrayed our feelings by joining the Abyss. But here's the thing though, Talon. We didn't know the Abyss was a thing until after she joined it. Because presumably she joined the Abyss while we were like in time stasis, and we weren't even in Teyvat for those 500 years until we woke up in the beach, right? So in that time where Ether is just in a fucking closed time-like curve and he's being transported to the beach at the beginning of the game, Lumine is doing shit. And it's assumed that, like, you could probably make a guess that she joins the Abyss before we wake up on that beach, before we exist on Teyvat again. So she's not really betraying us because she did all that stuff when we weren't there and we couldn't be there. It's not like we had any choice there. Like, I don't hold it against her that she did any of the things that she did. I still don't understand why she did the things that she did, but I don't hold it against her because Ether was gone and she had no way of escaping. Presumably. We still don't know that part. But still, like, she's not exactly harming us? Yes. She's not harming us. She hasn't done anything against us. She just kind of told us, like, there was no, like, spoken agreement there, right? There was no, like, agreement that she broke in any way. It's because we don't understand. Exactly. And that's exactly why Lumine said, hey, go experience the world first. Take the journey that I took, because that's the only way you're going to be able to understand my actions. We don't understand the Abyss, full stop. We don't understand shit yet. Even though we are 4 years into this game almost, we still don't understand. And that's what Lumine was saying, is take the journey that I took, because that's the only way you're going to be able to grok this. In order to fundamentally grok what I am doing and why I am doing it, you have to take the same journey and tread the same footsteps that I took. Only then can you fully understand why I'm doing these things. So there's no breaking of trust. There's no betrayal between us, in my opinion. Them tying the animation, the road not taking it. So I know it's so good. So I want to have faith in her. Phantom was asking, do I have any guesses? Do I have any predictions? What do you think it is? What is it in this question, Phantom? I don't know. I honestly I have the sinner. Oh, true. Okay. Because that's what the original. That's what our question was to Dainsleif, and he answered with the question. I'm not sure, and I think it's mostly because I really haven't put a lot of thought into it. I like the first thought that comes to my mind is gonna be someone along the lines of like a monarch from okay, I'm gonna say this. I don't think it's anybody that we know of or that we have met in game. Maybe somebody referenced in history, but my mind is either gonna be that or maybe Caribert. Maybe, possibly. That's a stretch because Caribert happened after. No, it can't be Caribert. Never mind. That was a dumb thing. I'm thinking maybe someone along the lines of like a monarch or some like whoever was at the head of the Eclipse dynasty. Or that's all I got, really. That's literally all I got. Or maybe the primordial one or some ancient being like that. That's where my thought process is going. Okay, let's keep going.
I sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened.
I sense hesitation on your words. Yeah, I was silent for like a couple minutes. That was a solid 5 minutes of hesitation.
There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done.
Damage hasn't been done. Like, yeah, she confuses me, but I still trust her.
The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation.
Conria. So it so far points towards like the ruler of the Eclipse dynasty.
His name is Vedrfolnir, the Visionary.
Okay. Vedrfolnir, the Vision. I should know that. Why do I feel like I should know that? Skirk mentioned him. Fuck you! Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. That's spicy. Vedrfolnir, another name for Odin? Oh shit, yeah, if it is. Hold on. I'm actually, before I go, I'm looking at Vedrfolnir name. Origin. In Norse mythology, Vedrfolnir, Stormpale, Wind-Bleached, or Wind-Witherer is a hawk sitting between the eyes of an unnamed eagle that is perched on the top of the world tree Yggdrasil. Vedrfolnir is sometimes modernly anglicized as Vedrfolnir. Oh yeah, okay. An unnamed eagle is attested to both the Poetic Edda, compiled in the 13th century from earlier traditional sources, in the Prose Edda written in the 13th century from Snorri Sturluson, while Vedrfolnir is solely attested to the Prose Edda. In both the Poetic Edda and the Prose Edda, the squirrel Ratatoskr carries messages between the unnamed eagle and Nidhogr, the worm that resides below the world tree. Scholars have proposed theories about the implications of the bird. Ratatosk is the squirrel named who has run in Yggdrasil's ash. He from above the eagle's words must carry and beneath the Nidhogg's repeat. On the ash tree Yggdrasil. Ratatosk is a squirrel who there shall run on the ash tree Yggdrasil, from above the words of the eagle he bears and then tells them to Nidhogg beneath. That is where... Okay, so the eagle is mentioned by Odin. Vedrfolnir is not Odin, but it is mentioned. So that stanza that I just spoke from, that I just read out loud from the Poetic Edda about Ratatosk, is spoken by Odin. Okay, anyways. Rhindaughter and Vedrfolnir answer to Logi, which is interesting that we're getting all of those Norse names and they're all very powerful creatures and beings, and it's weird. Okay, anyways, continue.
I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
Oh my god, the theme continues! The theme continues! Oh my god, okay. They are really doubling down on this theme now, which I love. Or not doubling down, but really like going all in on this theme of siblings and duality and twins and all of that shit. Explains everything about him? Yes, it does. So something that people have always kind of bitched about in this game is the whole dual archon is such a predictable thing, right? Because we had the Raiden Shogun dual twist, we had the Rukhtavata Nahida thing, then we had the Frina Focalor thing, and you could argue that it carries on to Venti and Zhongli, with Venti and the Unnamed Bard and Zhongli and Guizhong, or Gui... whatever her name is, right? People bitch about that, right? But that it's an incredible thing called a theme, right? That's the theme. Guizhong, yeah, okay, that's her name. It's this incredible thing called a theme, right? That this game really is hammering home now, especially with the introduction of Dainsleif having a brother, of duality and the synonymous not like parallel existences and all that jazz, right? So the siblings, the Traveler and the Abyss Twin, are that exact same idea. It also ties back into the fact that the trailer is called The Road Not Taken, which is, that's the entire point of the fucking poem, is this idea of, if you're taking the very popular interpretation, I know a lot of people bitch about the fact that this poem isn't actually about what it's about, but if you take the popular interpretation of The Road Not Taken, it's about the idea that some people take less popular paths, and that makes you end up in different places, or maybe possibly the same place but with different experiences, right? And so it's that same duality, it's that same parallelism, right? The roads, no matter how you, if you interpret them going to the same place, the different roads that Robert Frost writes about go different ways, but end up at the same place with the same. You have different experiences. You end up with different experiences, right? That's kind of this idea that this game's really leaning into, of Ether is taking a somewhat different path from what Lumine took, but they're going to end up in the same place at the end. They're going to end up reunited. We will be reunited is what it's called after all, right? So the fact that Dainsleif has an older brother that we're talking about, and Dainsleif is such an important fucking character, it's just hammering this idea home of duality in twins and kind of familial relationships too, in a way, sibling relationships. And if you notice in the Road Not Taken, the idea of two appears fucking everywhere. Almost on every frame, there is two of something, right? Of the same thing on every goddamn frame. Every scene, you can find something that is like referencing the duality of that pretty much symbolizes the wish for the travelers to be reunited, right? Two things. So yeah, that's crazy. Anyways,
Your brother?
what really happened in Conria back then?
There were 5 of them. The 5 sinners of Conria.
Okay, let's talk about it. So, it's gonna be Ryandotter, it's gonna be Dainsleif's brother, it's gonna be Sertologi, it's gonna be... who else? Possibly Dainsleif? Possibly Dainsleif. I don't know if it's gonna be Dainsleif, but it's possibly Dainsleif. And then, who would be the 5th? Lumine? Or, what if it is Ryandotter, Dainsleif, his brother, us in Lumine?
The wise Roptatir.
Nope. Okay, I was way off.
The visionary Vedderfolnir. Gold Ryandotter. The foul Sertologi. And Rehir of Solnari, Rerir.
Wow, that was a title. Okay, can you tell who the most important person is? Okay, so the wise Hraptatir. Thank you, Phantom, for the lore drop. Hraptatir is the name for Odin. Rerir is the name of the MC of the Valunga saga and grandson of Odin. Rasher means avenger and ties back to the mythology of Rerir, who avenged his dad. Okay. That copy paste, let's go. But now we know Vedderfolnir is the eagle that exists atop Yggdrasil, which makes a lot of sense as somebody atop Yggdrasil, atop Irminsul. Didn't we got a I'm hungry, I'm sure I'll eat soon, but technically Hraptatir should be Ermin. That's what I was about to bring up, was the whole we have an artifact thingy with lore. We have a item lore that literally just talks about fucking King Ermin, who is Odin. Oh no, it talks about it in fucking whatever the fuck it is collection, right? The book that Before Sun and Moon comes in. Right? Byakuya Koku. That's it. Byakuya Koku collection, right? Okay, so yeah, we talked about Ermin in Byakuya Koku collection was the garden. I don't think it talks about Ermin upside down in a tree, but the little statuette, yes, we do get that, right? We get the talk about Ermin hanging upside down from the tree, right? So that's Hraptatir, the wise. Hold on, I'm gonna bring up Byakuya Koku collection right now. Not the serpents, Before Sun and Moon, January year. Oh, you know, it is a parable tree. The king's gardener, it is in Before Sun and Moon. So the king's gardener and the tree spirit of the royal garden were in love, but the king wished to repair the beams of his pavilion, so he needed to cut down the tree with the most spiritual energy within it. The king was the incarnation of the primordial one. The gardener could not defy the sovereign of sovereigns, so he could only bring his plea to the king's priest, who is the incarnation of Tokyo Uokami. The priest had pity on the gardener and said to him, "Go and cut the branch of the tree of the spirit tree down." The gardener did so, and afterwards did as the king ordered, cutting the spirit tree itself down. Shall echo through eternity. For it is God of moments who is able to take seeds from this moment into the past and the future. That is straight up fucking Fooly now that I'm thinking about it. Anyways. Yeah. You think this could relate to the 6 pygmies? I would love to tell you if we got the books to read them. Anyways. Rasher of Solnari. Okay, what did you say Rasher was? Rasher means the Avenger. So, to me, that says the Avenger of the Sun. Is what I'm getting from Solnari. Because I just see Sol, and I think Solnari. True! Eclipse Dynasty. That's a good way of putting it, actually.
No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names. One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhine is the one who created Albedo. Sertology is Skirk's master. And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vetafolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clotar to create the Abyss Order was him.
Somehow everything is connected. Oh yeah, it is, baby. If that's true, then the stone slates we found in that ruin in Fontaine, the ones that outlined Fontaine's prophecy, that was likely Vetafolnir's doing as well? Liaoran. Yeah, is hunt moon person. One who hunts the moon. Fontaine, Mona mentions the ability to predict a nation's fate would have to be a true visionary. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay.
They were once people of great esteem in Canria, those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields.
After this, I wonder how the Girl Boss Club got involved with someone like Gold. True.
6 of us. Together.
The 6 pygmies, okay.
We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing
That's
to
a
rock
word.
the foundation of the world.
Vinster? What the fuck is a Vinster? Means dark. Gold really wanted some girlfriend. She just wanted a polycule. Like, Vinster means dark. Okay. Yeah, it's the 6 of us. That's weird. I need to reread the first book of Pygmies. I just want the rest of the 6 Pygmies. Like, when are we gonna get those?
Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world. So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power.
Whoa. Okay. So this is giving me like balls chosen kind of thing. Is there just like a fucking mother brain that we're waiting to fight? Okay, anyways.
And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy. And for that, they shall never have my forgiveness.
Like, one, why is Dane including himself here? Why was the only one that resisted? That's a great point. To Kai's line about Conria. Ooh, okay. Do they know what gold is? I don't know if they know specifically what gold is. They probably know that she's old and that she has something to do with Conria. I don't know if they would know that she's a sinner, because I don't know if that's widely known knowledge, even for people as cool as the Girl Boss Club, right? How many are there in the Hexen Circle? Isn't it 8? One, two, three, four. Yeah, so it's Octet. The Girl Boss Octet. That's what I'm calling it now. One is dead, to be fair. It's still gonna be the Octet. Because I guess Girl Boss Septet is cool too. I don't know. The Girl Boss Septet. Okay, so, and then my sibling came into contact with your brother.
Indeed. If they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world.
Okay. I see what... Okay, here's the thing. Okay. I'm going to... I'm not going to say I trust you. However, think of it this way. What if, in just a very, very, very possible what if Vedafölnir didn't do anything for a reason? Like, what if this thing that they are trying to attempt is good? Because Celestia, colonizers, that kind of thing. But they just couldn't show their hand. Just like how Focalor had to put Farina up to 500 years of torment before she could show her hand. Just saying. Do we think they're still rational? Fair. That's a good point, because we know the Abyss Curse can do some whack shit with you. However, I'm thinking, right, their titles are literally the Wise, and the dude that is called the Wise is modeled after the Norse god Odin, who knows everything pretty much, or, okay, theoretically he would know a lot of shit, because fucking hung upside down on the fucking Irminsul. The thing of knowledge, you know, right? Yeah, he is kind of jumping to conclusions. I don't blame him, though. Like, I'm not going to say it's a gripe. I'm just going to say he has been cursed and, like, living in pain, in torment, in suffering for 500 years because of them. So he's going to be salty. And I get him saying, oh, we're Imagine the wise Piero. That would be dope, actually. What if one of the sinners is Piero? That would make a lot of sense, actually, if one of the sinners is Piero. What if one of the sinners is a Tsaritsa? My best guess is the sinners were people who were disconnected from the others, like Granddaughter just spent time in her lab, while Dane was the closest with others due to being her captain. I mean, that makes sense, I guess. He had the personal connection. Be kind of odd for a Conria person to ascend to Archon position. True. I'm just kind of spitballing here at this point. I don't think it's possible since the Fatui is against the Abyss. They didn't say that they're in consort with each other, to be fair. Like, Dainsleif did not imply that they're working together anymore. They were just 5 people that also ended up obtaining incredibly powerful things, right? Because, like, I'm bringing this back to Baldur's Gate 3, right? You have Balls Chosen. They fucking hate each other. They want each other dead, but they are working together towards a common goal. Or they're not working together towards a common goal. I guess they are, but they are working under the same person. Doesn't mean that they can't hate each other, because they absolutely do, right? So, yeah. Is it Baldur's one of Odin's names too? I don't fucking know. How many names does Odin have? So, I wouldn't be surprised if... all of the sinners, or the sinners don't all work in concert with each other. I think it's more reasonable if the sinners did their own thing and are still doing their own thing, and the only thing that they are unified in is not doing anything during the Cataclysm. The only thing that they are unified in is inaction during the Cataclysm. Piero and Arlecchino are, yes, definitely Conrian. We don't know, and we would assume that all of the sinners are Conran, right? See, their own form of perfection. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so they're all doing their own thing. They're just chilling doing their own thing. They're not working in concert with each other. So that would make a lot of sense if, you know, Piero is looking for a perfect form of the world, right? Piero wants to bring back the old world. So that's his idea of perfection, is a perfect world. And the only person that's going to help him do that is going to be, you know, the Tsaritsa. When you talk about, we talk about Granddaughter, she wants perfect life. She wants to make perfect life, right? That's what Albedo was. We talk about... I don't know what perfection in the eyes of the visionary or anybody else would be, but like that's the kind of vibe that we're going for.
Of course. As I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched.
Yes, it has.
By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
That was so long ago, dude. I forgot that happened, straight up.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osial and make a god or something?
I forgot about that, too.
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment. The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow,
Who is
despite
there?
failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward.
Glad they keep reminding us because the quest wasn't in the travel log. Hell yeah!
There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective. Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
Makes sense.
The ley lines?
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable.
Makes sense.
My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
The one things that the flowers... Wait. And one of the things that flowers through the ley lines... Flows? Fuck! And one of the things that flows through the ley lines are memories.
Wait, then our commission here in Vimara Village, the person who seems to exist only in people's memories, could it be connected?
Memories, ley lines, the Loom of Fate, the missing person that doesn't seem to exist. What's the connection between all of this?
It's certainly possible.
Irminsul?
I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Hi, Rika. Welcome. I feel like the missing link is Irminsul, right?
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow.
I want to go back to the fucking tree. Let me go back to the tree, bitches. Don't lock me into fucking...
Oh, so tired.
So we have been live for
I used
hour
way
and
too much
36.
grape juice yesterday.
Yes, he name dropped
It's all
already.
Dane's fault saying all that complicated stuff.
Okay, so real quick, I am hunger. I'm gonna go grab a real fast bite to eat. Because I need as much energy as I could fucking muster for this quest. So give me a quick second and I will be right back with some food for my stomach. Okay, so I was initially just gonna get something like to snack on, right? Or just like to eat like a bagel or whatever. But then I decided, oh, we're probably gonna be here for a while. And I'm gonna get, it's a fun for myself tonight anyways tonight for dinner. Since my parents are going out to go eat. So I have a bowl of cereal. So excuse the crunch. I apologize in advance for the crunch. Okay. Anyways, what have you guys been talking about? This quest is 1 hour long. Rika, have you met me? Yeah, let's go. As long as you crunch as loud as possible during the dramatic part, don't worry, I got you covered. I got fucking Fruit Loops, we're good.
Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today.
You soft confirm a lot of stuff? Yeah. Okay, back to Dainsleif. Taking another bite of cereal. Oh. We're good.
Dane? Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here?
He's being dark and brooding and dramatic.
Did something happen?
What's wrong, Dane?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
Oh my god, did you see him too? Come on. You little shit. Why can't we say? Oh, because we're not in the fucking Airman Soul. That makes sense. Oh.
Oh. Young guy? Early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before.
So straight up, they're just inserting memories into people's minds.
Memories of him.
Maybe we just talked too much about him yesterday and you had a weird dream or something?
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind after I woke up.
Are they like emotionally manipulating these people? I was like, yeah, you had a friend. You don't remember him, but you know.
And I'm certain I've never met this person before. I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
Bruh? What?
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then.
Thank you, Paimon.
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
How is that even possible? Ley lines, bitches!
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all.
Paimon, that was literally a working theory like 20 minutes ago.
Why would he do something like that?
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped searching for it. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way.
Is the eye still safe? What if the memory is real?
Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet. However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the eye, I would see an equal level of caution is in order on our part. Come with me. We must check whether the eye is still in our possession.
Are you gonna let me free?
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
But what if someone follows us? If we go straight there and someone is on our tail, aren't we just exposing the eye's location? Dainsleif is smarter than that! Maybe that's the reason for the Abyss Order implanted... That's the reason the Abyss Order implanted the memory in the first place, to force Dane to confirm the eye's location. Given what I know of him, though, I'm sure Dane has already thought of that possibility. Seems like he might already have a plan. It's interesting how introspective and, like, thoughtful Ether is being right now. Like, it's very interesting how thoughtful Ether and how engaged Ether is in this conversation. Lead the way.
Of course.
Oh yeah, he knows. He knows we know. I can walk! Let's go check the tree. Where was the tree? Where was the tree? Is it like around here? No, it wasn't this way. Was it? No. Where is it? Where was the tree, y'all? It's not that they're smarter, it's just they're more engaged. Across the river on this side, I'm assuming. Other side north. Fuck you. Oh yeah, because that's the Aranara. Don't want to trigger that. Are they still there? Bring it off.
Laid bare.
What the fuck? Is that It took me a second. That took me a second. I'm gonna admit. That took me a minute. It's fucking Clothar. That's Clothar and Caribert. That's a cool detail. That's a cool fucking detail. No way is that there. Why was that? Wait. So then, is that implying that the person that is able to do the memory bullshit is Clothar? I know some. I no, don't worry. I noticed that immediately when we were in that place. I just didn't get a chance to go and see it until then. So I noticed it there. I just had to go and check it. But it took me it did take me a minute to realize that was Clothar. I don't know why I went up. That's cool.
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure.
You know the stupidest way? I usually do.
Traveler, wait.
Oh no, oh god, oh fuck, oh god, oh fuck, oh god, oh fuck.
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Oh god, oh fuck. Dainsleif is compromised, guys. Dainsleif is compromised. We're fucked. The world is gonna end. What's Dane gonna tell me just now? Somebody's spying. Somebody's looking in on him.
Hey, wait up!
Okay. Somebody tuned in. Load par. Tuned in. Well, okay. I know he can't die. Place of Revelations. That's not suspicious. Dane brings you to where he hid the eye before. You can continue onward. The answers will soon be as you continue onward, the answers will soon be revealed. When you step within, there's something strange going on with Dane. Somebody tuned into his channel. Try Chloron? I haven't tried Chloron yet. Oh. Okay. So we're back into talking about the unified civilization, which is fun as always.
Yep.
It's a really cool set piece as well. Unified civilization is always sus. The unified civilization. Is this not the unified civilization? I thought it was. I thought this is the architecture of the unified civilization. Because the upside down city thing is the unified civilization. I thought. Yeah, if it's Enka architecture, it's unified.
Strike a pose.
Transfixed.
Just let the salon do all the work.
This is order.
Yeah, the salon is just kind of
Mechanisms
doing
here have
crazy
changed
shit.
over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door.
Okay.
Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
Chest. There's a ruin guard. What is going on here?
Shower me with pen.
It is stupid how much damage Arlecchino does. Can I just say?
all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light.
Yeah, can I just say,
That should
this is
unlock
literally
the
just a
mechanism.
Baldur's Gate 3 puzzle. This is the puzzle just to get to the Underdark. It literally is. This is literally the Underdark puzzle.
Ah, the door's open. Let's go.
That is literally just
destination
Selena's
up
puzzle.
ahead.
Chloron Quest really confirms that Hoyo played BG3. Really? That's actually really funny. Around 3 hours? Okay. So what's going on in here? Anything of importance?
Osmanthus wine.
I'm not seeing anything important here aside from the statues.
Looks like we can't go any further.
I've gotten really good at cutting Zhongli off when he starts rattling off his bullshit.
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the abyss.
It's not even really a Zhongli jump scare. It's more of like, you know, in FNAF Security Breach, when you can like flashlight cancel, or not flashlight, you can flash cancel jump scares. So if you get jump scared by an animatronic in that game, if you have the camera, there's like a little window of time where you can still use the camera even though you're in the middle of the jump scare animation. And it just cancels the jump scare so you don't die. It's like that. It's like Zhongli tries to jump scare me, but I just have the Phaz cam equipped, so. What's up, bitch?
It's the Abyss Order! They're here!
I can see it. Let me finish my Fruit Loops. just one second, Abyss Herald. Can I like finish my Fruit Loops real quick? Thank you. There we go. Fruit Loops have been eaten. Time to actually keep playing the quest. Wah. Help, my cat is needing me. Nope, there's no helping you. Your cat has just gotten a big order of biscuits. They need to make the biscuits. So yeah. They suggest Pyro and Electro. I mean, just fucking Arlecchino that shit. I'll be fine. I don't either, don't worry. And like, look at how well that turned out for me.
Witness my rise.
Crumble! I will have order.
Time to shine!
Stabilize.
Strike a pose.
Transfixed.
There we go, we're good. Memories that should not exist.
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here.
Memories that should not exist.
Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see.
I love how you can hear the salon go away. Oh my god, the salon is so goofy. It's like middle of a super dramatic scene where like Dainsleif is being like mind controlled or whatever the fuck, and it's like, oh yeah, the salon's gone. Cute sound effects.
What's wrong?
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines.
There's a disturbance in the force.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place.
Leave you here on your own? Will you be alright?
This order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager. Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
Alright. Because we're not tapped into leyline, they can't follow us. Dane does have a point. But something still feels off. What am I missing? Did he just lead us out? What did you do? Hello.
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
Oh, he did it intentionally. The little shit. He led us away intentionally from this fucking encounter. Hi, Levine. Hello, baby girl. Except you're terrifying and would fucking murder me in a minute.
You risked your safety and that of the Eye? That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So then why are you here?
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say.
I swear, if they do the, oh, you must have a lot to say, and then fucking cut the quest, I'm gonna be so mad.
But if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
Prove to me that you're worthier than I to defeat her. Fuck you! Oh! Fuck this quest!
The Abyss Order's on the move.
Oh,
the ley lines are all out of whack.
God.
We better hurry back to Vimara village and see what's going on.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same.
Shut up, Chongli! Oh. Ugh. Okay, let's go. Guy?
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there.
They seem strangely calm.
Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
Wait, I hear something.
In the new world, They bade farewell to the shrouded sun.
Who is this?
At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy.
The voices!
Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now?
You heard it too, Paimon? It was someone's voice.
It sounded so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilichurls in some way? Oh, this is weird. Let's check if this is happening anywhere else. Looks like the same thing is happening over here too. The hilichurls are calm.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
That voice sounds so familiar. I swear I'm not a... I swear, like, I've heard that voice actor before. It's not me being, like, on the same shit that the people of this village are. Like, I do that... I've heard that voice before.
In the end, he whispered softly.
Who the fuck is that?
Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people.
Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people.
When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more.
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story.
Ooh, poems?
Well, now that the hilichurls have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least. Let's put the situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head...
So we're in dreams right now. Or a memory of some sort. Because we're in a Caribert situation where we can't leave this area of the map. Who is that voice? It's not somebody I've met in game, but it also just sounds so familiar. Unless it is somebody I've met in game, which would be fucking wild. Hello, Medea. What are you up to?
Grandpa Medea, is everyone alright? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
Oh, I always forget I have Farina's. Wait, pause? I'm pausing. What do you got, Rat? Dainsleif isn't out? I don't know. Oh, no. He isn't out, but it's a Dainsleif quest. No, he isn't released as, like, playable, but it's a Dainsleif quest. We haven't seen him in a long time. Also, hi.
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Thank you for your concern, but as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the...
Someone's gone missing, you say? Who would that be?
Huh?
Things just even got more complicated.
You know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time. You posted a commission with the Sumeru Adventurers Guild. That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually.
I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just my age making me forgetful again.
No.
At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're...
But how is that? All right.
Huh. The trains go means transforming into sand, the completing...
We just talked to
Yeah.
Amadea about the missing villager. There's no
Exactly,
way
that's
he could have
exactly what that
forgotten all
means.
about him just like that. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again?
No, we already
You're
know
right.
what the answer is gonna be. We already know what the answer is fucking gonna be.
Time to go.
Bahram. Let's go talk to Bahram. That's not Bahram. Bahram is over here. Hello.
Someone's gone missing? Who?
That's exactly what I expected. This
Just
bitch
as
bitch is an owl.
That guy you said a bunch of... He's around 20 years old, and you said he was...
Oh, I know.
Really? You remember...
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. Then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing?
Do you know where he went?
Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently, do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
This game! This game! Okay. That returning to the past would be that simple bet, bitch! Given everything Dane mentioned about disturbances within the Leyland, I'd say it's far more likely that this is related to memories in some way. You think carefully, what's really going on? Let's go!
Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukadevada, no one remembers him. Because there's been a change in people's memories.
Him? Am I going nuts, or is that a misgender of Rukadevada? Oh, okay, never mind. I thought he was referring to Rukadevada. I'm like, that is so dumb.
If we really did travel back to a time before he disappeared, that could explain why the villagers said he hadn't gone missing. If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now.
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the leyline disturbances. We're in someone else's
I forgot
memory.
Rukadevada's pronouns.
Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time. That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all.
This is our one chance to find him.
He's someone who... But didn't Bayron just say that he's... Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? Good idea! We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to...
Implant memories in the minds of others.
That! Could we try to figure out more about... Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would...
Implanting memories into the minds of others must be an imperfect process. There's no way the new memories could perfectly blend in with the old ones. There has to be some kind of tell.
If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection.
That would make it much harder to avoid suspicion. There's a difference between memories that arise from lived experiences. Maybe not. All the memories seem to be set in or near Vimara village, but I'm still not sure if they're restricted to this location.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That's the tell of the fake. The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off, like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time of day. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
If we can consider this in conjunction with what we already know, then the question of whose memory this is seems to have an obvious answer. Tassa.
The color of the sky.
Oh, right! That's exactly what it took.
Oh, come to think of it, every time we talked, time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been...
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely a toast
To the tree!
Yeah, that's...
Okay.
Time to go.
To the tree. Let's see if we can get a good old... Oh, I can't go to the camera! Fuck! Is that our boy? Is that our handsome man? That's our funny man, Caribert. Is that him? That might be him. I think that's him. Hello, baby boy. That's Caribert, fuckers.
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. It's okay if you don't. You could also just talk about what you think of me?
Oh, I'm heterosexual during Pride Month? No! No!
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman.
Okay, I don't like him now because of that chiseled ass jawline. Look at that shit. That man is an alpha. And like not in a good way, like condescending.
You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Oh, the baby boy likes to toss them back. Oh, heterosexuals in Pride Month though. Come on, I should have waited a month to do this quest.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
I finally found him. Boy, does he look kind of familiar. My man is the son of Clothar.
Oh, right! This version of a
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then. Talk to you some other time.
Oh, poor Atosa. Falling in love with the most evil fucking person in this goddamn game?
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
You're Caribert. Baby boy. Caribert Alberi.
Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the Loom of Fate. You're Caribert Alberic.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise. I don't believe I've met you before. Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw the me from back then.
I like his voice. I'll give him that much. I don't like his jawline, but aside from that, he's nice.
This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her.
Sorry. Whoops.
But I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
Ignoring the jawline, I could see it. I could see it. Again, he has a nice voice. Whoa! Transition. What the fuck does it say? What the fuck? Has anybody translated that? I need somebody to translate that. This is by Jolosa. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, I got it. Oh, pretty. What was that called? Proof of existence? Okay. Oh, that tickles my brain. Oh. How far back can I go? That's a good question, actually. Oh, to there. That's a pretty decent size, actually. I like how you can tell those are just images. Those are just PNGs. It's really pretty, though. For Latasa, I apologize for making you know me unwillingly, so I don't wish for you to forget me. Aww. He didn't want to fall in love, but he did. Probably. Still not your right to be here in gay month, but you know, it's whatever. What is this place?
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world, after all. As you well know.
You look quite exhausted.
It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this. And now, the time has finally arrived.
This is a rare opportunity for me as well. I should try to learn as much information from Caribert as I can. What exactly is the Loom of Fate?
Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the Loom of Fate. But despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the Loom of Fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the Loom of Fate.
This is like a fucking, Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. What am I thinking of? It's a, It's the echo things, the ghost echo things from Enkonomiya that don't realize they're dead. Caribert is dead. That's why he no longer exists outside of people's memories.
As for your question, the Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
Weaving ley lines?
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own. Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
So that was the source of your ability to implant memories.
Yes. I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life.
So the memories that suddenly appeared in Dane's mind were implanted by Caribert through the half-finished Loom of Fate. That makes sense, but I'm also still lost as to why he went so far to introduce himself to all the residents of Vimara Village. But why did you implant memories of yourself into the people of Vimara Village?
That. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if I had a chance at life.
So that's fine. I would have never guessed. But is there any kind of meaning to this? Does only existing in people's memories really count as living?
I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless? But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa.
Oh, baby has a crush. Look at them, that's adorable.
What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village.
My poor little heterosexuals, aw.
I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
In the end, this all stems from the tragedy that occurred in Kanya back then. You know, everyone is looking for you.
I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible for me.
As I understand it, even though you only appeared in their memories, your existence was a great comfort to them. They all believed you once lived among them.
I know.
Well, now that I found you, let's continue this conversation some other time. Dane still might need my help.
Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end.
Settled?
Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing. The Loom of Fate has already been completed.
Oh, shit. Lumine beat his ass. Oh my god, it's hilarious. That could mean one thing. Lumine beat his ass. Oh my god. Oh, that's hilarious. I find that so funny. Oh. Oh my god, the idea of that. What? That means the eye of the first field teller must have fallen into the hands of the abyss. Could they have happened to Dane?
No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he?
So did Lumine just like fucking invent you that shit? Is like he just like she just fucking like she just say fucking Senora invented that shit. Just like yoink, you rip it out.
His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the princess. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan.
But Dane never handed me the eye.
That's right. Because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
Oh, shit! Little shit. Why though? Why would you do that? He gave Dane a false memory.
Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Because false memory is being implanted in his mind. No
That was
wonder.
when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of— I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye.
Now that the Loom of Fate is complete, what are you planning on doing with it?
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the princess is planning.
God damn it! Yeah, I thought I had one good lead, and you squandered that shit, Caribert. You are a failure. You are a fucking fail. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I'm just salty. It's been 3.5 years. Okay, so I'm sorry, baby. You have a good life. I'm sorry that you're about to die and that you're about to like stop existing. You have a good life with fictional version of Atossa, and you'll be good. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I called you mean names.
Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture.
Okay, so that's actually really important. Because there's a limit to how unreliable the narration can become. So it's either the Loom of Fate can change or extend existing ley lines, or they can make new ones. Not both. Now, we don't know what making new ley lines can do, but we know that we know what editing can do. And so now we are at a point where ley line editing is out of the question. So once we figure out to what end they are editing or creating ley lines, why are they creating ley lines to weave? Like, what does that actually do to Teyvat? Then we have a very full understanding of what we can trust and what we can't trust. It can't anymore, Azadi. That is exactly what he's saying. They used to be able to do that. They used to edit existing ley lines and extend them. But now that the Loom of Fate is complete, in its completed form, it can only create ones. It can only create new ones. Overwrite, though. Okay, so here's an interesting thing. I don't think so, because think about the Rukhdavata situation, right? If Rukhdavata didn't wipe Irminsul of herself, if Rukhdavata didn't wipe Irminsul of herself, but then proceeded to still rewrite history, that would create conflicts in people's memories, right? Of, oh, this one god used to exist, but then also Nahida was the god the entire time? That's weird. That's wrong. That can't exist. That causes problems. So he said they can't edit them. Overwriting is a different question slightly, because overwriting is creating a new one that follows the same story. Does one take precedence over the other? I don't think so. I think they just have to be careful with what they're doing, with what ley lines they're creating. Which, although, to be fair, creating ley lines might not have anything to do with memories at this point, because ley lines are so foundational to Teyvat that we might be talking about a completely different concept. So memories might be kind of out of the question now, and we're talking about a more foundational, like, just straight up power shit, like. Or yeah, that's a good idea. They're trying to create their own version of Irminsul. Yeah, ley lines contain memories, but that's not all they are. So could creating ley lines mean editing the rules of Teyvat, possibly? That's kind of what I'm thinking.
In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved. You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory.
I did.
After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form, I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish.
That's a skill issue, I'd say.
To comfort me, my father told me a story, that this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster.
He just tried to Life is Beautiful that shit. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. That's not something you can do.
That story managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple: to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest, to implant a specific memory into the minds of the hilichurls.
The lullaby, the bedtime story.
In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, was the story of us.
So the thing that caused the Hilichurls to calm down back then was Caribert's story. So that was his goal. That was the only thing he wanted. He had a device as powerful as the Loom of Fate at his disposal, and all he wanted to do with it was to offer the Hilichurls a moment of comfort and peace.
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer.
I think it was a very meaningful thing indeed.
All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's finally time to rest.
Looks like I was too late to see Caribert one last time.
Fuck off. Oh, bullshit.
Caribert's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation?
Yes! 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 Conversation! Okay. Yeah, the emotional roller coaster I'm going through, y'all, is fucking wild. Okay. Yes. Okay. Ether's not enthused.
The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree?
I almost can't believe it's real.
That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean.
Yeah, you kicked his ass, didn't you?
I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years.
You didn't show it? I mean, they only have 6 weeks to do this shit, Rika, so I don't blame them. I mean, okay, not necessarily they only have 6 weeks, but time crunches. They're on a strict schedule. I mean, they've done it before. They do that before. It's not bad writing, it's just the constraints of what they have to do. It's more of a... It's not bad writing, it's bad crunch time. They do have more than 6 weeks, but they still have deadlines. And yeah, they have to work around those deadlines. They do that all the time, right, Rika? They do it all the fucking time with the black screen text. In every quest known to man, they do that. They do the black screen telling us what happens instead of showing it, right? That's just how Hoyo does their production stuff. So if it's not important to show, such as something that Ether wasn't there to witness, yeah. Because again, we experienced this game largely through Ether's eyes, although not entirely. What exactly are you planning?
The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time. Before the heavenly principles awaken.
Okay. 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 I see what you're doing, Lumine. Heavenly principles are still asleep?
Yes, for 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria. There's been no sign of activity.
I haven't found a way to utilize it. Well, to be fair, Dennis, she literally just made it. Like, she just got this massive tool. Just Amazon Prime just dropped it off at her doorstep. She needs to actually like spend some time and figure out how to use it, right? Like looking at manuals online can only get you so far if you don't have the thing in front of you.
Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation. However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it.
You really hate the Heavenly Principles, don't you?
You could say that.
Yeah, she separated us for 500 years. The only, like, my bro... Yeah, she separated me from my brother for 500 fucking years.
Just look at Caribert. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the Heavenly Principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. Ether?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that.
Whoa. That's cool. That is so cool. That's such a cool moment. Holy fuck. The name changes back to Ether. Oh my god.
There's so much I wanted to ask you, but for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end.
Fucking Aurelie, bitch! Oh! It actually exists! And it's just a relay. It's literally just a relay. Okay.
Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom.
Into that.
To have a place like that suddenly appear before me. Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean...
I miss you too, Ether. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes, let alone my own brother.
What's
No,
going
don't
on?
end it! No! 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 Fuck! Oh, God.
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our inability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Caribert gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here.
Fuck! So none of this has any bearing to anything! I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I don't think I've been this genuinely worked up about a Genshin quest in a long fucking time. Oh. Get back to it. Okay. Here we go.
Everything in space will be wiped from existence.
Wait,
including all memory of our reunion.
Hold on, because we don't exist in Irminsul. Does Lumine not know that?
You're only telling me this now?
I wonder what she tried to say. Lumine doesn't know. Unless we remember, because we're not in Irminsul.
Still so sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy.
Oh, god damn it. Yeah, we don't actually remember, do we?
Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. Oh, and Dane came by just now. It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya.
And Dane didn't... Side note, where the hell did Caribert send Paimon? Good question, Hikaru. good fucking question, actually.
Let's think for a second. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened.
Caribert and I talked for a while. Tell me about the Loom of Fate.
Yep.
I guess our commission is complete then. The missing villager, the person who existed only in people's memories, was Caribert all along. But now that he's gone, I'm not sure how to explain things to villagers.
Well, what happened after that?
After that, I can't seem to remember.
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say.
Also, he raises a huge question. What now? Natlan. Like, what else is like Natlan? That's it. That's all there is to do.
Well, the village organized another search party yesterday, so there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy, according to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw, there he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. They looked like quite a happy family, apparently.
What comes with the fact that LOF is complete? I guess it gives them a weapon to use against Sustainer. I guess. That's what was implied, at least, was it gives them some way to fight back against Susty. Right, so I guess, like I was saying, it gives them time, it gives Lumine time to figure out what the fuck to do next. How to use the Loom of Fate, and then point the big-ass gun right at Celestia, I guess.
And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of. Oh, and we also remembered his name, Caribert. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
Make sure you remember that this time.
Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is. And we're all relieved now that...
Seems like everyone thinks Caribert left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now.
Caribert is gone, the Loom of Fate is now complete, and no one else will try to change the villagers' memories.
Paimon wonders how Atos is doing. Paimon didn't see her in the village just now.
That's actually a good question. How is Atosa doing? Atosa, how are you handling this news? Hoyo should have let us have this one win. I'm still salty of the, oh, well, you're not going to remember anything. That's, fuck you. Fuck you, Hoyo. Fuck you, Dawe. Mad. Sustaining our Heavenly Principles is not the Heavenly Principles. It's unclear what the differentiation is. Because in many ways, it could be the same. Like, the differentiation is unclear at this point. So, usually when I talk about when I talk about the Heavenly Principles, I just, in my mind's eye, I say Susty because that's the only manifestation of the Heavenly Principles that we know. Now, if that differentiation is established, then yeah, I'll use different terms, but I just like to use Susty as like the symbol of Heavenly Principles.
Hey Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I was part of the search party, so I remembered what happened to Caribert now. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important.
Primordial One, the progenitor god hailing from beyond the stars? Who's to say that isn't Susty? I see Susty's like a nerd. So you're pretty much saying that Susty's Cthulhu. I can get behind that, actually.
It's funny, but I have this feeling he told me the same thing. I just can't seem to remember when. I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Life is made up of a series of memories. As long as I hold on to our time together, he'll always be a part of my life. I'm just happy I got to meet him. So, who cares what happens in the future, right?
Yeah, keep telling yourself that with that old fake-ass smile.
Okay, I'll admit. I'm just putting on a brave face.
I see a clear lack of tentacles that you know of.
I was dumped, wasn't I?
Bruh.
Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
Happy Pride Month! The heterosexuals don't get to be happy. Woo!
You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay. It's just like Caribert said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day.
Oh, about that.
Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back. Goodbye.
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now.
Except ours.
Oh, right! Weren't you about to tell Paimon?
Right, what was it that happened? I can't remember. Like there's something in my pocket.
A picture? Where'd that come from? Let Paimon see.
Oh my god, Caribert, you are my favorite! You are my favorite person! Oh my god. Caribert the goat! Oh my god. Oh my heart. This quest is a fucking emotional roller coaster, dude. Holy shit! Holy shit! So does this like jog his memory, or is this just like a hint of what happened? Huh? So that's the end? That's the fucking end? There's no explanation of what that means, what the implication is? What the fuck? A precious group photo that has surpassed the rules somehow being taken by... It's the Loom of Fate! Oh, shit. I just died. I just went silent. Oh my god. It's the Loom of Fate that somehow... How does that work? Takes a photo while Ether was asking why they couldn't travel together. With what camera? And how does he put the photo in her pocket? There has to be some, like it's saying in here, taken by some unknown person using unknown means in a space that should no longer exist. Literally, that is saying that rules were straight up broken to make that photo exist. Which to me means Loom of Fate. Somehow, this is the first change the Loom of Fate has been able to make, is creating a photo of a place that didn't exist, of memories that didn't exist, without a camera, of a dude that also didn't exist anymore, because Caribert stopped existing at past that point. So somehow the Loom of Fate made this. Now, here's the thing, right? Caribert is implied, he never really was super, okay, fair enough. He wasn't super clear as to whether or not he would actually properly die, or if he was just kind of nebulous. I did think he said he was, didn't he say that he was a, he was like connected to the Loom of Fate, he just didn't have much agency anymore? He's just kind of a floating consciousness. So, one, apparently he does have a little bit of control about the Loom of Fate because it can do this. And two, yeah, like Justin said, this is literally just teasing how powerful this tool is. It can create objects. It can fucking create objects. I mean, I guess that's really all we know it can do right now. But like, still, right? That's so cool. Straight up, that is my favorite quest so far. I'm gonna be straight up. And here's why. Obviously, answers. Right away, I'm gonna be biased towards a quest that gives answers. Number 2, it was quick. It gets in, it gets out in, at my pace, 3 hours. That's impressive, right? That is an impressive pace for a quest, right? This is really weird that this says 200 now. That's impressive, right? Okay. Number 3, the emotional roller coaster of that quest was the most vicious thing I have experienced in this game, which is saying a lot because we have gone through some insane shit in these past 3.5 years. Right?
Add Astro.
So, like,
thank you for complete.
A quest so short, but that I liked how short it was.
Welcome to the adventure.
To be honest, I think it benefited from being as short as it was. Because you have to think, like, I love Penacony, right? I adored Penacony. You have to admit, it dragged. It dragged a little bit. It dragged quite a bit, actually. And even Fontaine, just a little bit. It dragged. It went on for a little bit too long. This was so good because it was quick. It got in, it got out, it told us shit, and then we're good, right? It left some cliffhangers. Maybe there was a little bit less action than we maybe have wanted. But I also think it's important to specify, like, I think this fighting that, Rika, that you're so salty about, or not salty, but that you're criticizing, is that was important to at least include because we needed to establish that Dainsleif will not raise a blade to Lumine anymore. Like, that is important to establish that he still really cares for Lumine. Now, we can talk about them not including the actual fight scene all day long, but I don't really care about that. But still, and we got the biggest lore nukes? I don't think the biggest lore nukes are the fucking names. Those are just names. I think the biggest lore nuke is the ending right there. That the Loom of Fate is complete, what it is, Lumine is here, the purpose of Lumine, what her motivations are, and the fact that the Loom of Fate can make things that shouldn't exist, right? That is, oh my god. Like, I think that's a bigger lore bomb, but, I mean, to each their own. Still, like this quest, right? This quest, I think, is the perfect like time, like our emotional investment. If for the players that have been here since the beginning, that haven't fallen off by now, the emotional investment in this game is at its peak because we're starting to either fall off or we're just so sunk cost fallacy into this shit that, you know, that's it, right? Oh my god, that was so good. At least for me, that's how I feel, right? I am so sunk cost fallacy into Genshin at this point that, like, I am, like, I have integer underflowed my emotional investment in these fucking characters, right? Because by all accounts, I should have stopped playing this game in 2021. But now we are in 2024, midway through the year. I'm almost 4 years deep into this game, and now I have integer underflowed into the fucking max of fucking investment, and Caribert is capitalizing on that shit. Oh my god. We're in too deep? We are in way too deep, babes. We are so deep. Yeah, and we now understand, now what is happening with the sinners, at least a little bit more. We know that there are 5 of them. Each of them have unspeakable powers, right? I find it interesting, though, too, that none of the sinners, presumably, is the Abyss twin. Also, another point, we got the coolest fucking thematic drop of the entire game, I think, was Lumine calling Ether Ether. That was my favorite moment of the entire quest. The thematic drop of that shit, of the only person that knows Ether, that knows him, even over Paimon, is Lumine. She's the only person that uses his real name. She's the only person that still uses his name. Everybody says
Tea parties
Ether.
are a must for the well.
Everybody says the Traveler, or someone else, or something else. Everybody uses the nickname that you set your name to. Nobody says Ether. You watch trailer. Oh yeah. Okay. At this point, it's just tradition now. It's just fucking watch Travail after this shit. Travail emotional support. Let's go. Come on, Brave. Thank you. Since now this is also our lead into Natlan, because we are done with chapter 4. We are done with chapter 4. On to Act 5, babies! I think somehow along the line, Ether will remember what happened here. If the photo isn't already, like, assuming the photo isn't already reminding him of what happened, then yes. I do think that too. Hold on, I'm pulling up Travail. Give me a second. I did read the description of the photo. Go away. Stop it. Shh. I'm not ready to. There we go. Thank you. Is I did read it. Surpassed the rules somehow, being taken by some unknown person. But I do think maybe it does remind him somehow. I don't know. Okay, real super omega fast. What? Real fast, I'm gonna go to the bathroom before we watch Travail. So give me a quick second, quick break, and then we'll be back on the delusions. Okay, that's better. Let's do that. Okay. Let's get going on this. I'm gonna do browser properties. You guys can't see it yet, but give me a second. I've been doing this for like 4 years at this point. I know how this works. Professional streamer.
So let's not call it that.
Is that good? Yeah, you can hear it. Okay. Let's go. Display capture. Yeah. Least scuff stream. I mean, to be honest. I mean, it's better than some of my others. I have had some very scuffed streams in the past. Anyways, okay, ready. Okay, closed captions are on. I love how YouTube just remembers to automatically turn on closed captions on anything Hoyoverse. Okay, let's go. I need to turn off music. Hold on. Oh, because that's Genshin. Hold on. Shut. Okay, let's go.
We had no time to say goodbye, so let's not call it that.
The war has already begun. It is just a continuation of past battles.
Okay, now oh my god, there's so much now that we can recontextualize. The war has already begun. That was the war that Lumine was talking about. This war is against heavenly principles, right? This war is against Celestia. It's a continuation of past battles. The continuation of past battles was either Conria or could even include its plural battles. So it could include also the second who came and other descenders that came onto Teyvat to fight shit. Say more that Abe mentioned? Yeah.
It is just a continuation of past
So that's
battles.
us.
The gods goad us on with the promise of their 7 treasures.
Rewards for the worthy, the doorway to divinity.
Yet buried in the
Depths of this world lies smoldering remains, a warning to those that dare trespass.
That throne in the sky is not reserved for you.
We still have no idea who says this. But that's where we'll end up. There's a sea of flowers at the end. It's just a relay. Okay, so now that we're more or less halfway through the story, who do you think says this? Because this is the one thing. This is the one question that I have had on my mind since the release of this goddamn game. Who says this? Could the Sea of Flowers be related to the Dandelion Sea? I think it's different. I think they're different things. I'm thinking Heavenly Principles, to be fair. But, okay. Yes, Heavenly Principles. But to me, if it was Heavenly Principles, it would be this throne in the sky is not reserved for you. Because the pronoun choice of that refers to distance. Right? Like, Heavenly Principles wouldn't use a distanced pronoun like that, right? In my head, at least.
But mortal irrigation.
Reminds me of the Battle Pass a bit. True. Could be one of the shades? That makes a lot of sense. I do like the idea of it being said to Ermin or one of the sinners. Oh, that too. It could be one of the sinners, yeah. Or it could be someone saying that to one of the sinners, right? That could be what that quote is from.
Never stops. None will escape the flames. See for yourself. The dragon who defended Mondstadt for a millennium finally faces his perturbation. What does freedom really mean when demanded of you by a god?
Okay.
The god of contracts, senselessly slaughtered as his people watched on in horror. In the end,
poor Ningguang, dude. He got robbed of a 5-star.
In the secluded land of the
immortal Shogun, the Bakufu rules eternal.
But what do
Mortals see of the eternity chased after by their god?
The god of wisdom's
Wisdom's
enemy
enemy is wisdom itself, and the oasis of knowledge is a mirage in the desert of ignorance.
In the city of
scholars, there is a push for folly, yet the god of wisdom makes no argument against it.
The god of justice lives for
the spectacle of the courtroom, seeking to judge all other gods.
But even she knows not to make an enemy of the divine.
But she did, anyways. So why not?
The rules of war are woven in the wood.
Here we go, baby.
The victors shall burn bright, while the losers must turn to ash. When the god of war shares this secret with the traveler, it is because she has her reasons. She is a god with no love left for her people, nor do they have any left for her. Her followers hope only to be on her side when the day of her rebellion against the divine comes at last. In the perpetual meantime of a sheltered eternity,
most are content to live and not to dream. Okay, going back, this makes me think that Piero at least, or the Tsaritsa at least, knows what's happening with the Loom of Fate, and she wants to maybe usurp it or take advantage of it or something, or like they're rebelling against the divine. That makes me think that it's going to be a war on multiple fronts, that Celestia, the heavenly principles, are going to be fighting multiple wars on, or fighting on multiple fronts, pretty much. It's going to be fucking Germany.
In the perpetual meantime of a sheltered eternity,
make suddenly Loom of Fate with Gnosis? That's actually a good point. Something similar.
But in the hidden corners,
where the god's gaze does not fall, there are those who dream of dreaming.
Some say a few are chosen and the rest are dregs.
But I say we humans have our humanity. Look at how goofy he looks.
With a power from beyond. You who has set foot in this world. Your journey has reached its end, but one final doorway remains.
That's what that means now. That's what that means now. Your journey has reached its end. We are at the field of flowers at the end. I'm just gonna call it a railway at this point because that's what it is. It's literally just a railway. We have reached a railway, and Dainsleif is there with us, and he stands in our way to say, show me.
Step
forth if you have understood the meaning of your journey.
Defeat me, command
me to step aside. Show me that you are worthier than I to rescue her. That's the last thing that we do. The end of the game. Or at least this part of the game. So we reach a railway. And we have to get through Dainsleif to prove to him that we are going to save her. But here's also what I'm thinking. I've always been super curious about the word choice of rescue her. Because why does she need rescuing? That's why. Because Dainsleif hates his brother so much, right? He despises his brother. So he thinks Porcaro's never gonna know what a Rayleigh is. Oh, okay. You haven't watched Free Run, have you? Okay, fair enough. I just am kind of assuming people here have seen Free Run. But watch Free Run, that's your homework, Hikaru, is to watch Free Run. Watch Free Run. It is so good. Please watch literally the first like 30 seconds of Free Run, and you'll know what a Rayleigh is. Like that's literally like that is the exposition that you get at the opening of the fucking show. Is Flama's whole shtick about a Rayleigh. Anyways, I have a TikTok. Oh, please watch fucking. I'm too invested in Dungeon Meshi. Please watch 2 shows at once. A Free Run, so good. I do need to watch Dungeon Meshi though. I do kind of want to watch. I do kind of want to watch Dungeon Meshi. I do mean to do it. Finished the manga recently. Oh, nice. Anyways, back on track. Okay. So here's the thing. Right? Like I'm thinking. I'll watch Dungeon Meshi if you fuckers watch Free Run, okay? Deal. Anyways, so this line to me makes me think that we're talking like I'll only watch because I'm not great at reading manga. I'm not great at reading manga anymore, but I'll definitely watch it. So yeah, to me, this says that the end of our journey was supposed to be the Field of Flowers, but we're there and we see, oh yeah, Dainsleif is here. Why is he here? And then he's like, yeah, fight me and beat me and show me that you are worthier than I to rescue her from my brother, because he hates whatever his name is. I forget what his name is. I'm gonna have to take a while to learn that name because I suck at names. But he believes that his brother is the like epitome of evil, of terrible, of like him and the other sinners doomed the world and doomed Conria, right? Vedernolfer, that's it. Vedderfolnir, that's it. So like Vedderfolnir and the other sinners doomed Teyvat, right? That's what he believes, right? And he doomed Conria. Visionary. Yeah, that's a good name. While I'm still learning the names, we'll go with the Visionary, right? So, like, yeah, Dainsleif believes that the Visionary is so evil because all of the sinners are evil, that he thinks that because Lumine is working for him, she is being abused. I think is what he's implying here, right? She's being used. She's being taken advantage of, where that's probably not the case. And it's very seemingly not the case because she really badly wants to be back with Ether, right? It also makes sense why there's no time or why there's no obstacle for Vedderfolnir. He's a visionary. Can he just predict the future? True. Like, honestly, that straight up might just be fucking LAO ass. Like, that might be an LAO thing. Straight up, that might just be an LAO thing. granddaughter basically did doom the world. True, but he's mostly talking about the Visionary, right? He thinks the Visionary is awful, terrible, stupid, terrible, awful poo-poo, right? So that's what I'm now interpreting this as now. That's what I'm interpreting this line as now. Show me that you were worthier than I to rescue her, because Dane has the deceit, has the incorrect information or the incorrect assumption that Lumine needs rescuing in the first place. That's his false. That's his false belief, right? That was Vetterfulnir, was the Windbird.
Then, the threads of all fate will be yours to...
There you go, Loom of Fate. Once we prove to Dainsleif that we are worthy enough to quote-unquote save Lumine, then we're pretty much, the Loom of Fate is right there. Once we actually get to talk to Lumine at the end of the journey, Lumine's still the Abyss Princess. She still has the Loom of Fate. So the threads of fate will be ours to reweave. Although now that's interesting, right? Think about that, right? Maybe that's giving us actual full answers as to what the completed Loom of Fate can do. Because you have to think, right? Teyvat is weird because everybody's existence is predetermined enough so that Mona can divine that. She can scry, right? Mona can scry, and she can tell your future, pretty much. In very limited capacity, but she can still do it. That's because of the constellation and the stars and all that stuff. So everybody has fate. The Loom of Fate, the threads of fate being rewoven, to me is saying that the ley lines are what makes constellations, or the ley lines are what fate is. Because it ties back into this whole Irminsul as a database idea, right? Where because all of the memories flow through Irminsul, or through the ley lines, and the ley lines are connected to Irminsul, what that means is that fate depends on all of the memories that have already been collected. So if we can reweave those memories, if we can take some out, add some new ones, reweave stuff, make a new tapestry out of what's existing, then we can change how things end up. So maybe the Loom of Fate can't undo the laws of this world, but it can create workarounds. That's a good way of thinking about it, Dennis. That's what exactly is in my mind. Again, it's this idea of, imagine you have a tapestry that you made with a loom, right? You have a very ornate rug that you made with a loom, right? But you don't like the pattern in the rug that you made, so you're going to take it all apart and then redo it with a new pattern. But you only use the same threads that are available to you that came from that original rug, right? That's what I'm imagining the Loom of Fate does. Where the new rug that you've made out of the old one is a different future, represents a different future, a different fate, a different final state of this world. Right? You took the same memories, the same things, these same events, all of these same ley lines, all these same threads of fate, and then you reweaved it into a new tapestry, into a new thing, into a new final state that Teyvat ends up in. You're pretty much reweaving fate into a new pattern. If fate is a system controlled by the heavenly principles, I don't know if it is, to be completely honest. I don't know if the Loom of Fate, or if Irminsul and the... Because here's the thing, right? I've always felt like they're two kind of separate entities, right? And honestly, they probably are, because you have to think about it. Celestia, again, colonizers. They are not native to Teyvat. That's the Vishaps. So unless you're trying to say that Celestia straight up built the Irminsul and the ley lines, then that's just saying that Celestia doesn't have control over the ley lines necessarily. In my head, it's more they understand what they can do. And so they just kind of say they're kind of guardians. Like they may, or okay, no, that's a good point. Maybe Celestia showed up, said, here's what we want Teyvat to be. They did a little bit of reweaving of fate in their infinite power, whatever the fuck. And then they went dormant and said, hey, we're gonna just kind of set up Cthulhu to watch over, make sure nothing goes wrong. And then Ether shows up, like fucking Morgan Freeman being dropped in the middle of City 17 at the beginning of Half-Life 2, and they were set. That's a thing that hasn't been accounted for. That's one loose thread that somebody started to pull on. And then everything falls apart. This reminds me of the fates from Greek mythology. The Moon Sisters filling the role, hence the threads of fate. I do like that. I like that idea. That's just a wild fucking quest, y'all. Morgan Freeman? Gordon Freeman. Sorry. What the fuck am I talking about? Wow. Okay. Well. After today... we have 29 wishes. We're starting to build our Natlan funds. You know, okay, straight up, I'm not playing for Chlorant, no, but I'm just saying these are my Natlan funds that I'm starting. I'm gonna point this out. It is very possible that I know earlier in the stream I was talking about how, you know, 29 polls since Arlecchino, okay? Shut. Okay, so here's what I know earlier in the stream I was saying that it's not likely that the sinners are working in cahoots with each other. However, I'm gonna backpedal on that idea a little bit because something that's big about this game, another theme of this game, is interconnectedness. Everything is fucking connected, right? Goddamn, everything is connected in this fucking game. So, what if we're talking about, instead of them not working in cahoots with each other, everybody, each of the sinners is the head of their own group, right? I love the idea that Piero is one of the sinners. That's an incredible idea. I love that idea, right? So let's assume that's the case, right? Let's assume just wild that Piero, the jester, is Odin. We say Rhine-Daughter. We say the Visionary. And we don't have enough info on Sertology or Rebrier. So we're going to go those three, right? Hi, Jay. Welcome. So we've got Sertology. Yeah. We don't have enough information. Oh, God, the ball spam. Good old days of the stream. Damn. But so yeah, we'll go back and think. We have three different... Yeah, we have three different sinners. We have three sinners. One of them is in the head of the Abyss Order. One of them is the head of the Fatui Harbingers. And then the other is not necessarily the head, but at least is representative of the Hexen Circle. Yeah, we can discuss now. That's what I've been doing for the past while. Yeah, I that's kind of what I'm thinking, Dennis, too, is Sertology is training.
Would you care to...
Use later in the week. Dude.
If you ever have any...
Yeah, I got free and max friendship. I'm very proud of that. So yeah, I'm thinking Sertology is kind of this next... It's kind of a new, it's kind of like this next army, right? That he's building an army that is going to, or at least maybe like a Black Hand style, like special operations group. What about Piero? The idea that Piero is one of the sinners. And that means that his, one of the sinners, complete speculation. Like, this is complete conjecture. But the idea... I'm not saying that he is, I'm just saying he could be. Right? That would make a lot of sense if he was. Because at this point, Odin... King Ermin could be fucking anybody, because you have to remember, it's Odin, right? Doesn't Piero need to transcend time and space? What do you mean? I mean, he's a Conrian, Chi. He probably has fucking powers beyond any of our imaginations. Yeah, so at this point, Odin could be fucking anybody, because it's Odin. That's his entire character, right? So I'm just saying, for the sake of argument, that Piero is at least Odin. King Ermin. So what if... So that makes a lot of sense that each of the sinners are at least involved with one of the major powers of the game, of the story. What if all of these sinners are working in, not in concert, but they kind of have a tentative agreement saying, we all really hate the Sustainer, or we all hate Heavenly Principles, so we're gonna fight them together, but we're not gonna do it in our own way. I'm also thinking that once Susty is out of everybody's way, once the Heavenly Principles is out of everybody's way, then they're just gonna fucking battle royale that shit. Yeah, what's Kaya's quote? I have no idea what people are talking about. Think the Harbingers are secretly working with the Abyss Order? No. See, all that remains of the sinners that they're not worth mentioning. Oh, interesting. I don't know if I would have that voice line. Let me go check on my Kaya. Kaya. I have more than I thought. Damn. Which one is it? About Conria.
Is the Abyss Order causing you trouble? If there's anything bothering you, you know you can talk to me.
Vark official Noel Rosaria Kale. Kai's troubles. Oh, got it. About Kaya 4. Oh, got it, okay.
Kainria, huh? You sure know a lot. The legacy of Kainria is long gone. The sinners are all that's left, and they're not worth mentioning.
Huh. What do you know, Kaya? What do you know? Fascinating. So fascinating. I love this game. I love this game. I love this game. I'm sorry. I love this game. This game is so good. My Kaya obsession just gets justified every damn patch. I feel so happy for you. We are all having a great time. We are all having a great time being completely Delulu. Everybody from on side is so incredibly saucy. Yep. They really are. Okay. Well, that is all I have for you guys today. That was an exhausting chapter, gonna be honest. That was very tiring. But that was also the most fun I've had playing a Genshin Quest in a long ass time. A new ally or a new storm? Yeah. I think this says a lot about the big picture, not in Mondstadt. Yup. Kaya's a weirdo. Yeah, that's by far the most fun I've had with the Genshin Quest in a long ass time. I'm not gonna have a voice tomorrow, to be straight up. I can already feel my voice kind of starting to die. So, yeah. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Sunday, I'm not sure. So I don't know what the stream is gonna look like here in the next couple of days, because I know Friday is 2.3. Damn, Rika going hard on this quest. I'm calling this like an 8 or a 9, but yeah, I don't know. To each their own, I guess. But yeah, I don't know how stream is gonna work. I don't know if I'm gonna have to hold off reveal stream until Sunday, or if I'm just gonna do that on Friday. I don't know. I guess like I'll let you guys know how I'm feeling on Friday. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was an absolute blast, and I will see you guys next time, either Friday or Sunday, one of the two. So yeah, bye bye y'all.